stop meeting like this, and then by the 5th time it's just awkward, isn't it? Hello everyone, welcome to another stomp. I'm in Derbyshire on Stanton Moor, site of lots of sort of ancient remains and standing stones and stuff. I know what you're thinking, what, it's not a railway walk? No, I did say that they weren't all going to be railway walks. There is a bit of a railway bit in it. But the first bit you come to, and you come up here, is an old forge, which is supposedly haunted. Now I have been here before, but not on my own. There's loads of animals creeping about as well, which I'm sure are just trying to freak me out a bit. Well, I'm going to go inside anyway, let's have a look. Look at that. Roof's seen better days, look. I don't even want to know what's going on here. That wood doesn't actually look as old as the other bits of wood. But yeah, crazy. I don't know what's caused that. Someone at home will know what that is. I'm assuming it's not like a black spirit or something. That's an old railway sleeper, so that's been replaced at some point. Have a look. Perfect circle on the floor. It's not got a pentagram in it, is there? That's what you'd need, isn't it? All around this area is ancient quarries. There's massive quarries here still now. You know, just churning up the ground. But there's some of these ones around here are like hella old. Let's have a look at this one without falling down. They've gone at that. Bosh. Goes quite a way down as well. Lots of old rocks lying around. The quarries that are in this area, they tried to expand them quite a few years back, and it would have just decimated the whole lot, taking out, I think, standing stones in the lot. So there was a load of activists that basically burrowed underground. But I'll talk about them in a bit. The reason I mention them now is because there's stories related to this forge that basically, when they were camping here and staying here to protest, they came into this forge, one that's just behind me, you know, just looking around, obviously looking for stuff to do, and they found a book. And when you open the book, it said, "Do not open this book," which is kind of like, cheers. It's like saying, mind your head after you've already smacked it on a plank of wood, do you know what I mean? But anyway, those people that opened that book then had their dreams like haunted and stuff for ages afterwards. There's loads and loads of accounts of it. So in the end they destroyed the book, just like get this book the hell out of Dodge. Loads of just quarried boulders just lying around. Looks like they built a wall here, some description. I don't know how far this goes back. I'm gonna walk on now, see what else I can find before I get to the stone circle right at the top. I've come up here before, and there's loads of remains of like millstones and stuff, just discarded, just laying around. Huge boulders and stuff. And also there is some remains of an old light railway, which I'm going to try and find. I have seen it before, but this whole area is a bit of a maze, if I'm honest with you. So whilst I have seen it, I don't know where I saw it. So I'll try and find it again. Oh, here's another quarry, look. There's tons of ancient quarries here. You can just see down, like, just vast drops over the top there, I don't know if you can see. It's a beautiful area though. And even with these big, you know, I mean, these giant boulders chucked about, like, they don't really ruin it for me. Yeah, the story of the activists up at the stone circle. Basically, like I said earlier, these huge quarry companies were just going to, you know, profits above everything else. And so these activists, a load of them just went, no, we're not having it. So they dug loads of tunnels and they lived in trees and stuff for like 10 years. 10 years. And they could never leave, like they could never permanently leave the place, because they knew that if they did, you know, obviously they would have just moved in, the bulldozers, and gone for it. So they basically just dug these holes and lived in them, like I say, for 10 years, over Christmas and everything. People were born there, people died there. There's a really cool book on it by a lady called Amy Blease-Bourne, who I spoke to in a previous life as a presenter. And it's a really interesting book where they recount the stories of these people that saved it, like they won in the end. It's nice. Don't know what that's doing there, but on we go. For me, that's what activism's all about. So I mean, saving stuff, not, you know, Julieta and Tarquin chucking paint on a bloody Van Gogh, do you know what I mean? Like, or blocking the M25 and stopping people getting to work. You know, these people were like, no, you're not bulldozing that, it's not happening. So they camped, like I say, for 10 years. It's crazy. Amazing dedication, like fair play. The nature's beautiful. I've not seen another human yet. I mean, granted, I've not been stomping for ages, but it's still just nice to get out. We're not far out of Matlock. Literally just drive to Matlock, turn left just past the old like Premier Inn, and then you can just follow the winding road up, park on the side of the road, free parking, and just get out here in the sticks. That's the beautiful thing about Derbyshire, you got all this just literally on your doorstep, you don't have to go far to get it. I don't know what this is or how old this is. I'm assuming this would have been a fire though. Looks like people still use it as a fire. Yeah, set a fire under there. I'm assuming that it's not like a pizza oven, it's probably industrial. Again, could do with a roof. Another quarry in the corner there, can you see that? So I've only honestly been walking just a few, well, 10 minutes maybe, and already like just found a load of different bits and bobs, ancient remains, and then, you know, some not so ancient, I guess. I'll try and find this little light railway. See that there's a path there. I think I found it. I don't expect to find any rails or anything. I'm pretty sure it is just the you know, the stone incline where they put it together. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Kind of looks like it would have a bridge over the top, wouldn't it? Or maybe that's not. Maybe this is the actual... Do you know what I mean? Maybe what I'm walking on is the railway. It goes all the way up into the forest. There's not a lot of information on it, so it's hard to tell. But let's have a look. I mean, that does look like that's been built. I've just nearly stacked it there. Like that's been built there, you know, and then like a bridge. Yeah. So maybe that's it then. Horse drawn or mule drawn. Another little thing. Beautiful on a day like today, but in the winter, oh mate, it gets brutal up here. Proper Baltic. which means, like, I mean, even more credit for those people that were camping up here for 10 years, because, like I say, it can get really brutal up these parts. Pretty unforgiving. Okay, I'm just going to keep stomping up because I know that's where the Nine Ladies stone circle is, right at the top there. It's beautiful. It's like something from like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves or something. It's where Kevin Costner come jumping out on me. Becomes a bit of a climb at this point. There's loads of standing stones around here though, even in like the fields and stuff surrounding it. There's different different circles. Nine Ladies is the most famous one, but there are a load more. I've visited them before, some of them, not all of them, because like I said, there are loads, but I've visited quite a few of them. You can tell I'm going uphill now. It's beautiful on a day like today, but in the winter, mate, it gets brutal up here. Proper Baltic. Which means, like, I mean, even more credit for those people that were camping up here for 10 years, because, like I say, it can get really brutal up these parts. Pretty unforgiving. Okay, I'm just going to keep stomping up because I know that's where the Nine Ladies stone circle is, right at the top there. Still not seeing another human, which is nice, I guess. I'm not a totally antisocial person, but it is quite nice sometimes to just get out. You know, it's just you and nature. And you. Obviously, you're here, essentially. And an aeroplane. So there's civilization down there. That's the village of Rowsley. This giant rock here, I had read a bit about this. They've been initialed. Some clearer than that. I'm not sure what family that is, but they basically commandeered. Here we go. There's the proper one. So all the kind of landowners and whatever, it was divvied up. From what I could tell, my limited knowledge on the subject, it was kind of like just a free reign area, and then it was divvied up and kind of marked as in, you know, this is my land, mate. There's quite a few of them around different areas of Stanton Moor. Obviously, you know, just saying this is my bit, mate. Cool history though, isn't it? You know, 1826 was it? Just engraved. I like stuff like that. You know, just 200 years just sat there. Coming up towards Nine Ladies now. Don't think the tent's original. Just coming up to the stone circle. I'm pretty sure there's sheep in it. That's kind of cool. I didn't realise that they just grazed in the circle. There you go. There's Nine Ladies stone circle. You see here what I mean? It's talking about all the different stone circles you've got around here. Dancing on the Sabbath, that's the story. Nine ladies were apparently, because there's 10 stones, so there's 9 ladies who are apparently dancing, and one of them's the fiddler, supposed to be playing the fiddle, and they returned to stone for dancing on the Sabbath, which is just obviously made up nonsense, but probably made up, you know, years later by Christians. There was a big drought up here quite a few years back, and that is what led to that one collapsing. I think all the ground around the bottom of it got like dead hard, obviously, and it just posh. How are we doing? I've got to say, I do like Mere Stone Circle. They've always got the same idea though. It's like, you know, oh, it was a burial ground or whatever. No, you don't know, do you? Just hazard a guess what it was. Just say it was a burial ground, be fine. I'm walking down now to Earl Grey's Tower, or the Reformed Tower, which I'm pretty sure is at the bottom of this path. But a lot of the paths, to be honest with you, will look the same. And I'm in, you know, I struggle to recognise trees. Because they don't have faces, so I can get quite lost, but I'm pretty sure it's this way or that way. Pretty sure it's round this corner. Or I'm taking you on a goosey. Oh yeah, there it is. You just make it out in the tree there. I mean, that's not creepy, so that's fine. Can you just make it out behind me? I'm going to climb down a little bit further, because then I can turn you around and you can get a proper decent view of it. So you used to be able to go in it. There was a staircase inside, or maybe that is still inside, and you used to be able to go up to the top, and the views, I bet, were like amazing. So the Reformed Tower, which is what is behind me, is also known as the Earl Grey Tower, which was named after Earl Grey, who was the Prime Minister, or of the Whig Prime Minister, which I don't know if that means he's bald, or whether it's a different kind of Prime Minister. Comment below. Anyway, a local landowner by the name of Thornhill, he built this just after that to commemorate it, and it's said it's built at that height so that it could be seen by lots of local wealthy folk who were cheesed off with the Reform Bill, because apparently the Reform Bill basically went from allowing 400,000 very wealthy landowners within this country to have a right to vote, to kind of open it up to other men, which I think extended it to about 650,000. It's supposed to be like a big step in the right direction in terms of democracy. They're all as bad as each other for me, so you know, I don't get a lot out of it, but obviously it meant something to them at that point. And it's pretty cool, you know, whatever you think of Earl Grey. But the interesting story that Thornhill actually invited Earl Grey to come and you know, go up the tower, because you should better go up and obviously look out the top. But Earl Grey said it wasn't his cup of tea. So it transpires I was in completely the wrong area for this narrow gauge railway. Apologies for that. But I'm coming round now to right on the other side of the moor, basically. There's another huge stone called Cork Stone, and that is where this narrow gauge line went down to the sawmill, apparently. So Google tells me, and Google never lies about anything. Hey sheepies. Okay, now I'm told, reliably, by Silicon Valley, that the sawmill is round here and the remains of the light railway are also in this area. Life and death in the Bronze Age. So that's where we are now, basically there, Corkstone there, quarry there. So I think this is apparently where, let's go and have a look at the Corkstone first, because it is awesome. Plus I get more of a workout, it's never a bad thing. I'm not sure why it's called the Corkstone, whether there's some kind of like, you know, ancient meaning behind it, or whether it's just, it looks like it could get whacked in to a bottle of wine once you've opened it. Okay, there it is. I'll let you be the judge. That's just popping straight in a shear, hasn't it? Perfect. Look at these old quarries. There's loads around here, tons just dotted, so you have to be really careful not to just, you know, go down one of them. Look at that. People can climb up. I'm not gonna. This makes more sense, doesn't it, to be the area where the Canadians chopped down all the trees. What with there not being any trees. Now it's just finding where that railway was. Now, the description I've got, right, is from a survey of local residents in 1987. And one of the descriptions says that it comes off of that path I've just been on and goes, it's flanked by two small pits, like two small quarries. Well, there's a quarry, a little one. So if there's one there as well, I can hopefully find this light railway. It's in need of an haystack though. Do you know what I mean? Okay, that's metal, that. That's metal. And the description says a flattened area, this is what this is, between two quarries. That's a quarry, and that there's a quarry, going down to this path. So I'm doing exactly what the geezer said. Let's have a look under here, under the tree. There is some formation there, isn't there? Can you see? Like those rocks definitely go down in an orderly fashion. And if you turn, I mean, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. This is definitely the description. This was the place. It's just finding evidence of it without breaking the neck. I mean, it's been gone for like 110 years, isn't it? That could be it. Go straight up, doesn't it? Comes across. Down to the path, which is exactly what he said. That could be it, couldn't it? When it goes straight up and it goes in between those two quarries, there's not much to see, but you know, comment if I'm way off, but from what the guy said, that is literally, like, I am exactly what I've done, exactly what he's told me to do. Not that he's told me to do it, you know, I was 5 when he said it. So if you look again, that's pretty, do you know what I mean? It comes right down, doesn't it? I guess the problem with it is, you know, it was built just to, you know, chop down the trees and get the timber back to the to the sawmill, and then, you know, but not for a long period of time. So I guess they probably didn't build it to last. That's probably why I can't find that much of it. I'll wait for this geezer to go past. It's actually a woman. But that's it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, everyone that does. Just a little walk around Stanton Moor, which is beautiful. We've got 9 Ladies Stone Circle, which is just gorgeous. There's a real nice vibe, real nice energy around there. And then the forge is creepy. The forge is really creepy. The Earl Grey Tower was cool, and that's kind of quite significant in terms of British history. Not so much for the narrow gauge railway, unfortunately. I'm hoping I was in the right place, but look at the views behind me though. That's what it's all about. As always, click, like, subscribe, comment. If you know anything more about this and I've been wrong, please let me know. And I'll see you next time.